Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. We get comfortable for this one. You know, I've done I don't know how many videos on race and black rage, and you know, when you look at the titles, or really any white guy that's willing to discuss race is obviously a racist, you know. But I gotta, you know, and I thought I'd back down on it because everybody knows my feelings, you know, and at this point in life, if somebody thinks I'm a racist, I honestly don't give a fuck. I mean, I really don't. And when I talk about racism, it's really blacks versus whites, because as many people have noticed, you don't hear a lot of complaining from Asians and Hispanics. Maybe some Hispanics more so because of the whole immigration thing that's going on now. But, you know, Asians, Hispanics, and Italians, and all the other immigrants and other races of people, they're not pissed off like blacks. And so something has happened that's led me to making this video, and I just want to share it with you. I was going to do it at home so I could read, but I'm not going to do it. So basically, I have a Facebook account, and I don't share that account with, you know, on the internet. So, not that I don't love you, but, you know, please don't ask me to join. I just don't give that information out. So I've got friends from all over, my Army days and my LAPD days. And of course, as you know, most of you that follow me know, I grew up in Inglewood and Hawthorne, California. And so I know my way around the black community. I'm fond of saying that I'm more black than Barack Hussein Obama. You know, it's like Ben Carson said, you know, Dr. Carson said that Obama grew up in Hawaii smoking dope with the rich kids on the beaches of Maui. I mean, you know, he doesn't know jack shit about the black experience. I, on the other hand, have had countless bicycles beaten out from under me by blacks, calling me white boy, honky, cracker. My 92-year-old great-grandmother was in an old folks' home, bottom floor with the window unlocked, and she was brutally raped by a 6'4" black guy. And unlike most of the blacks that I run into, I don't hold the entire fucking black race popular for...
Did he just say popular? What a dumb fuck. I think what he meant to say was responsible. Hello.
All the shit that's happened in my family because we're white. So anyways, I got this friend of mine. You know who you are. I'll give you his first name, Gary. You know, he and I grew up together in Hawthorne. We spent a lot of our youth together. And we were great friends. I still think we're friends, but you know, he moved to Philadelphia many years ago, and judging from his Facebook page, he's got this beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. But it's just saddening to me, and he denies this like ferociously, but it's saddening to me how just absolutely anti-cop he is, anti-white cop. He talks about slavery as if he somehow was a victim of slavery. And then he gets real argumentative if he suggests that he's a fucking racist. You know, I'm not a racist. I just hold the entire European race responsible for every fucking thing that's ever happened to a black person. All white cops are hunting black people. It's just fucking ignorance, man. That's all it is. You know, and I'm not going to block you, Gary. I'm going to wait until you block me, because I'm going to continue to speak the truth on YouTube and Facebook, you know, until it's illegal to talk, you know, say the truth, which is probably right around the corner. So anyways, one of his friends or somebody in his group posted a picture. And it was a picture of taken inside a bus, and there were a bunch of black men on either side, and some had hard hats and lunch boxes, and others were in suits and ties. And the guy wrote this very heartwarming, the guy that took the picture wrote this heartwarming thing about, you know, this morning, I could barely keep the tears out of my eyes as I took this picture, of all these black men on their way to work, and it made me realize that our race is not a bunch of lazy gang members and killers and murderers and lazy, that we can be proud. We have hardworking men, something like that. And I wrote a very heartfelt response, and I speak from the heart. I don't cut words or change things because I'm white. I just tell it the way it is, man. That's what we need. We need to communicate honestly. And I said truthfully that my eyes were tearing up when I read his response, and I found it as beautiful as I found it sad. Sad that a black person today in America would actually believe that a bunch of black guys going to work was something that was worthy of taking a picture of, and something that was a reminder that his people are so awesome, in his mind. And I just talked about how someday I hope to God that we can live in a country, in a world where successful black people are not so unusual that we take pictures of them and make comments. Gary, my good friend, like so many black people, they're the first ones to cut down successful black people. You just look at them. Colin Powell, sellout. He's a sellout. He sold out to Cracker, to the Whitey. What about Dr. Ben Carson? No, he's a sellout. Fucking idiot sellout, because he didn't buy into the black rage thing, so he's a sellout. And Uncle Tom, Gary said he was. You see a black dentist driving a fucking Mercedes Benz who lives in a nice home, and he's a sellout and an Uncle Tom. The black people don't see them as a successful black person or a successful American. All of us know we got a black guy in the White House who didn't get there because blacks voted him in. He got there because whites voted him in. And, there's not enough black people to vote him into office. But, every white person's still a racist. We go all the way back to the Civil War. Nobody gives a shit about the fucking countless white people that died fighting that war. And you can tell me all day long that it wasn't just about slavery, but it became largely about slavery. I know how the war started. I know all the history of it. You talk about the KKK and that they were the military wing of the Democratic Party, and the blacks will just say what they've been taught to say. Oh yeah, well that was how they used to think, but they've switched places with the Republicans now. Some bullshit. They're just in fucking denial. You can talk about how they came to America. Their great-great-great-grandparents who were rounded up by black people in Africa and sold to this fucking slave. They were slave traders. There were no white people or Europeans running through Africa fucking throwing nets over black people. The blacks sold the blacks. And if you black people don't like that, then tough shit, man. That's called fucking reality. Just like this video is reality. And you need to start fucking being realistic and stop fucking repeating what you've been spoon-fed by what I call your new slave masters, which is the Democratic Party, the Hillary Clintons, all of these people that fucking do nothing for the black fucking race but use you. And your guys, most of you are so fucking ignorant, you just repeat shit that's been taught to you instead of thinking for yourself. I've said a million times, what country in Africa is it that you're so sorry that you were kept from growing up in? You ought to be on your knees thanking God that your fucking poor relatives had to suffer the injustice of slavery in order for you to be raised in the best country in the entire world, in the history of mankind, where the black people here in this country that are considered poor are rich by any other standard of poverty in Africa, where people don't have any food to eat and they're sitting in bomb craters with flies walking across their eyes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where in Africa is it that you wish you lived? You ungrateful cocksuckers. And yeah, I'm pissed off. So anyways, the story basically, I gave my response. And then what I found out later to be Gary's cousin, this chick, she's not a chick, man, she's my cousin. Gary got all indignant because I fucking gave her a little of what she gave me. It's okay for blacks to treat whites like shit, but God help us if the whites push back. My point of this whole video is that blacks are the fucking cause of racism. I've learned it, that even no matter how fucking nice a black person is, deep in their heart is a racist fucking guy that thinks they're owed something. It's unbelievable. And that's probably 99.9% of all blacks. And if that offends you, tough shit. That's just the way it is, man. Fucking Gary's cousin, says her first comment was, "This comment, mine, makes me want to vomit." And I said, "Well, be sure and clean after yourself, you stanky thing." And then he comes in, "Hey, that's my cousin." And I said, "Hey, man, my heartfelt words made her vomit. Fuck it. That's just the way it goes." So then she comes back with this fucking thing about this long drawn out thing about how, who am I to try to understand their experience? It's the old thing that they were taught by white Hillary Clinton type liberals that use them. That white people have no business they can't ever comment on any subject that has to do with the black experience. How do we know? We have so much white privilege. Fuck you. That is just the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life. So she throws that in and says, quite frankly, the whole European, she says, your European ancestors caused all this problem, and I hold all Europeans from yesterday and today responsible, blah, blah, blah. Don't bother responding because I don't, some bullshit. And, I just basically responded back again that it's her dark heart. And when I say her, I'm talking to all you black people that agree with her. It's your dark fucking heart of hatred that you have no basis except you're either ashamed of your own race, so you mask it by being aggressive toward white people as if we caused your fucking problem. 50 years ago, black people could never have dreamt of going to the White House. We got one in the White House, not good enough for you fucks. We got black fucking, what's the guy? Eric Holder, the criminal of the Department of Justice, head of the Department of Justice, head law enforcement guy in the land, he was. We got black generals, black everything you can fucking imagine. And what I ask you is, look at every single black city, black community that's run by black people that are governing it. Chicago, fucking Detroit, all these places. And they're shitholes. They're complete fucking shitholes. Now, what am I saying? I don't know. I'm just telling you that that's a fucking fact. They're liberal run. They're run by liberals who put black people into high places just because they're black, not because of their skills. And you end up with corruption and a fucking murder rate you can't even count the numbers. That's not fucking Whitey's fault, you dumb fucks. That is, you need to look at your own community. And when you look at something that seems innocent and innocuous as Gary's cousin, talking about how white Europeans and I'm responsible and my ancestors, yet they don't look at themselves as racist. They don't see themselves as racist. Man, if you fucking accuse me and my ancestors of fucking causing you problems, then you are a fucking racist, a dark-hearted fucking racist. Smoke that, because that's fucking true. For the record, none of my family was even here from Europe until like the 30s and 40s, long after slavery. But that doesn't matter because my skin's white, so I have to be a fucking, a goddamn grand wizard of the KKK. The older I get, the more I realize that racism is never going to go away, not because of white people, but because of you dark fucking hearted, fake fucking angry black people you wake up in the morning and the first thought in your head is, oh man, that's right, I'm black, I gotta be pissed off. Somebody owes me something. Get your fucking head out of your ass and stop fucking thinking about who owes you shit and take advantage of the best country in the world. If you're failing in America, it's your fucking fault. You look in the mirror and you are the lazy fuck, and you are the reason you're failing in America. Because you have the level field the field is not level. It's fucking completely tilted in your favor. All right? They have fucking consent decrees from courts and shit that cause that legally bind companies and agencies to hire blacks over whites, even if the black has a lower score. You have more opportunity than white people. So if you're fucked up and you're on your 5th fucking generation of welfare and you're addicted to crack or you ain't got a job, it's not Whitey's fucking problem. It's your problem because you're the dark-hearted fucking racist asshole. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Any fucking black person on the face of the earth that thinks I or my fucking ancestors owe them something, you can kiss my fucking ass, because I have no respect for you. No matter who you are, I have no respect for you, and you are the problem in America. White people are fucking tired of your bullshit. Your old race card, it means nothing anymore. You know, you got all the fucking new Black Panthers talking about they're gonna kill all the white people and shit. You know, how sad for you ignorant fucks that don't realize that there are such a large amount of white people that are just dreaming of the day that that shit kicks off. That's not me. I'm just telling you that I happen to be, you know, white, so I know what's going on in the white community. And white people have been silent for a long fucking time, and they're just tired of your shit. Nobody gives a fuck if you think we're racist. Most people can't say anything because the field is so tilted in your favor that if a white guy even says the color black, he can get fired from his job. But trust me, they go home and they talk to their fucking white friends and neighbors, and they have had it up to here with your little bullshit excuses as to why whitey owes you something. Nobody owes you a fucking thing. Get that through your goddamn head. Anyways, other than that, happy St. Patrick's Day. LMS Tactical, I'm out.